everyone. My name is Carly Millett and I've been working at Travelodge Resort in Darwin for the last 4 years. I started as a receptionist, moving on to reservations coordinator before starting my current position as reservations manager, shortly before beginning my FLP journey. The last 12 months have been particularly challenging for me. I started my first management role, effectively learning how to manage a small team while overseeing my own department, as well as gaining experience in all other aspects of the hotel as part of my FLP program. I decided to apply for the FLP program after discussion with 2 of my previous managers who had completed the MLP program in previous years. I saw it as a great way to network and gain knowledge of all operations throughout the property, as well as allowing me to step out of my comfort zone and interact with different team members and guests in an environment in which I'm not accustomed to. Travelodge Resort Darwin is fortunate enough to have a fantastic team, all of whom were willing to welcome me into their departments with open arms. There were many challenges throughout the last 12 months. However, there is one event that sticks out well above the rest, and that's Cyclone Marcus. So that date's wrong, it was actually on the 17th. When we first heard of the cyclone, we pulled together our department heads and revised our emergency procedures. F&B was in charge of removing all the outside furniture around the pool area, while housekeeping focused on the rooms. Reservations checked the cyclone kits to ensure that we had enough food, water and torches should we lose power or water. Maintenance made sure there were no loose items around the property and identified any problem areas. Our front office team did a letter drop throughout the property and created signage for our procedures. We also printed the forecast trap mats for display around the property. Every team member came together for a meeting to refresh on our emergency procedures, including our emergency contact list and team member and guest registers. On the 17th of March, Tropical Cyclone Marcus crossed the coast and hit Darwin with gale force winds exceeding 120 kilometres an hour. There was significant damage across the property. Smashed outdoor lighting, trees fell on guest cars, gates to our property were damaged, trees fell down across the property, taking out fences, blocking multiple parkways and car parks, as well as leaks throughout several of our rooms. Although this may seem like a great deal of damage, it would have been a lot worse if we did not pull together and prepare for Cyclone Marcus' arrival. Cyclone Marcus was the strongest cyclone to hit Darwin in 30 years and left over a third of Darwin without power, and all of Darwin on a boil water alert, utilising all of the bottled water we had throughout the property. This photo was not taken at the property, however it gives you an idea of the damage that was caused around Darwin. Titles are granted, but your behaviour earns your respect. To model the way is a practice that has always meant something to me. I've been fortunate enough to always have managers who lead by examples and wouldn't ask their teams to do anything that they wouldn't do themselves. After Cyclone Marcus, I saw all of our management team model the way for one another. We all came together as a team, helping one another to get the property back up to standard. Our general manager and assistant manager could be found outside cleaning up the debris in the car park. Housekeeping volunteered to help clean up the gardens. F&B were working around the pool area, and I was alongside the maintenance team, assisting in any way that I could. I believe that for our team, seeing all the management come together as one after a natural disaster is a fantastic example of modelling the way. Everyone postponed what they were doing in their own departments and came in ready to assist in any way possible. Since the beginning of the program, we've learned about the 5 practices of leadership. Model the way has always been the practice that meant the most to me, and I've seen great examples of this over the last year. I've been lucky enough to have leaders within TFE hotels who have always led great examples of the 5 practices. I reached out to 4 of TFE hotels leaders for their interpretation of challenge the process, inspire the shared vision, enable others to act and encourage the heart.
Hi, my name's Erin. I'm the assistant manager at a DML. Challenging the process to me isn't necessarily challenging the values of an organisation. It's just about thinking of a different way to do things. I've come into a number of properties now, and the way we do things, it's not necessarily
I met Erin the first day I started my career within TFE. I was starting as a receptionist and she was our logistics officer. Fast forward a year and she was my reservations manager. For anyone who has met Erin, you would know she is highly organised and efficient in all aspects of her life. Within the time that we worked together, Erin and I implemented a number of new procedures for the front office and reservations department. Our current procedures were effective, however we knew there was ways we could improve that would benefit everyone. We altered the procedure to track our no-shows and implemented procedures to monitor our car park, as well as a meal allowance procedure, all of which are still in place today. Our industry is constantly changing. To challenge the process doesn't necessarily mean coming up with a bunch of new ideas, but altering the current process to be more suitable as times change.
Inspiring a shared vision for me is about two things: having clarity of vision and truly believing in it. Inspiring a shared vision for me is about two things: having clarity of vision and truly believing in it.
Just share what he was talking about with us, Carly.
So, pretty much, I've written it down actually, to summarise what he said. Ralph was my first general manager at Travelodge Darwin before taking on the general manager role at Dina Darwin Waterfront. Ralph thrives on being able to bring his team together as one, and it is something he has maintained throughout the time that I've known him. Ralph has always been aware how important it is to have his team working towards the same goal. With regular team meetings and brainstorms, we were able to all come together and discuss any issues or any improvements and how we could make a change. Unfortunately, Ralph has recently left TFE Hotels. However, I have no doubt that he's going to pass this practice on to his next team.
Hi, this is Sukun Darwin. To me, enabling others to act simply means providing core training for our team members on the ground. If we're able to upskill our receptionists to duty managers to assistant managers, and assistant managers to hotel managers, we're able to lead them do their jobs a lot better. They can handle guest complaints efficiently, they can provide outstanding customer service, and deal with emergencies a lot better. Enabling others to act is a core part of our business, and it is what allows us as leaders to lead the teams more efficiently.
I first met Sid 5 months ago when he joined our teams in the Northern Territory. In the short time that I've been working with him, I've seen him enabling others to act on numerous occasions. He sees people's strengths and encourages them to reach their full potential. He is constantly talking about the future of his team and where we will be in 6 or 12 months from now. He has visions and aspirations for his team, and despite everything else he has going on, he always makes the time to check in, to ask how you are going, and if there is anything he can do to help advance your career.
My name is Jeff Backer. I work here at the Travelodge Darwin as the assistant manager. I've been with TFE for over 6 years. I think encourage the heart is a very important leadership quality to have. As we all know, positive working relationships equals to high productivity. And that's why I choose to follow this tenet, not only in my workplace, but at home and in my personal life.
I can't explain why he's on a trip. BB joined TFE Hotels 6 years ago as a night porter, and he is now the assistant manager at Travelodge Darwin. For me, BB has been a leading example of encourage the heart. A little appreciation can go a long way, especially in the workplace. Team lunches are one of the ways in which BB encourages the heart of our team. Encouraging team members to better themselves, congratulating them on their hard work, offering different experiences will make the team member more confident and satisfied in their role, which in turn will make for a stronger team. This experience has taught me to be more patient with myself and with others. I am more decisive and have gained an inner confidence that I didn't think was possible. I have built relationships with people from all over Australia with different backgrounds and goals in life. I've grown an in-depth understanding of the hospitality industry and all the amazing team members who work behind the scenes to keep it all in motion. I bettered myself, not only as an individual, but as a future leader, and I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. I would like to thank my fantastic team at Travelodge Resort Darwin, Jay and Leah, for their ongoing support. I'd like to thank TFE Hotels for giving the 2017 Academy team the opportunity to grow in our careers and for this experience. I would also like to give special thanks to BB Inamdar, Erin Ritchie, Sid Bhatia, Kellyanne Holman, Erin Barrett, and Charlotte Papadopoulos for sticking by my side when times were tough, for encouraging me and helping me through everything that the last 12 months has thrown at me.